am now 4 months post-op from phalloplasty. I had radial artery forearm free flap phalloplasty on the 24th of August last year. That was difficult saying that. Okay, so yes, it's a bit late because obviously being like Christmas Eve, I was busy waiting for Santa, but now Santa's been and gone and it's all very sad. So the blog is up on my Tumblr page, and everything I talk about on here you can find on my Tumblr blog, all the pictures, etc, etc. You just need to, at the end of a post, click keep reading and it will take you to the pictures. Basically, I'm just really healed now. I'm ready for stage 2. Everything's fine and all swelling has gone down, everything's healed, nothing's leaking. I'm flushing through with the syringe a couple of times a day to keep the urethra flush through and clear and whatever, and that's all fine. There's been no complications down there whatsoever. It feels kind of quite hot and itchy at times, but I think that's just because I'm not used to having so much there, which is quite peculiar. I mean, I just kind of look at blokes with their legs spread and just think, oh, you know, what are they on about, what are they doing? But I get it now, you know, when I'm home, the first thing I do is take my clothes off and just, sorry, this is too much information, just spread my legs. You know, it's, you know, we're not trying to take over space as blokes. It's not about that. It's that we need to air our bits. So healing wise, there's really not much to say in terms of the penis. It's healed. It's fine. It's lovely. It's mine. It's wonderful. All the incisions around it are fine as well. The ones like in the groin that go down, they've healed really well. Absolutely perfectly. No problem whatsoever. I had an opening just above the penis on my kind of pubic area, and that's kind of quite a wide, angry scar, and hair isn't growing on it. I expect it will whiten over time, and at the end of the day, no one's going to see it, but it would be quite nice for it to be less than it is now. The bum incisions, it's a bit difficult with bum incisions because you move so much, everything stretches, so they are quite stretched, which is a bit frustrating, but not really much you can do about that. I'm massaging, which is hilarious. The same Tammany oil I used on my chest, I'm using on my bum. It's quite difficult to reach, and where they do the incisions for your bum, they go right underneath, so under your leg, and it's that underneath part that's quite, well, it's not sore as such, but it's not comfortable, that area. It's still quite tight there, which is why I'm massaging. And I do have some like extra skin there as well, where they've closed the incisions. Miss Christopher did say to me, don't worry about what it all looks like down there, it will be sorted out at stage 2, so I presume they'll be like tidying up any extra bits of skin down there. I mean, it's much looser than it was. I've been back to yoga, which I loved, and swimming. It was amazing going swimming. Amazing to go swimming and to get out of the pool and not kind of worry about the bulge or lack of bulge. Actually, as I got out, everything was stuck, so I was all bulge. But yeah, it was quite nice for a change. So yeah, I'm getting my movement back. It's still difficult to sit cross-legged and to sit kind of flat with my legs straight out. That can be quite awkward. It's looser than it was, and I'm just getting back to exercise now, and it will loosen in time. So at the moment, all I can do really is massage as best I can my bum, and just try and keep moving as much as possible. My chest scars, that by about 7 months they'd started to really kind of lighten, and it's only 4 months really. It sounds like a long time, but in the grand scheme of healing and scars, it's not that long at all. So, you know, I'm optimistic that everything will heal in time. There's no scars on the penis and he looks fine, and no one's going to be scrutinising my bum. My bum looks quite nice now. It's had a little lift. It's quite impressive. So yeah, it is. I'm really pleased with how all that's doing. In terms of how I'm adjusting, it's quite something. It is quite something. Without going into too much detail on here, I have returned to normal intimacy levels. We've tried to make it work, but obviously without an erection device it's not working yet, and you know, we've blue-peated all sorts of things and it's not perfect, but we're both enjoying exploring, and I'm very optimistic for the future. Say no more. What else can I say? As I say, rolling over at night, it can be quite strange to kind of roll over and feel this thing, and I'm still waking up and kind of moving him over and making sure he's alright. Oh my god, most exciting thing I haven't even mentioned is, how can I not mention this? I've got feeling returning, which is amazing. I first noticed it, I've been kind of trimming around the area to just kind of minimise the hair because it gets so hot. And I do have some hair growth on my penis. I had laser surgery. It got rid of a lot of it, but it's not got rid of all of it. I'm not actually that bothered. I just have a little trim with my electric razor on it and just get some of it off. But as I was trimming, well, this is about 3.5 months post-op, when I was touching my penis with the electric razor, I could feel it in my T-dick. For anyone that doesn't watch my videos, by T-dick I mean my clitoris, but I always use the word T-dick. So yeah, I could feel, when I touched my penis, I could feel it in my T-dick, just in certain places. And for those guys on T, and you remember early days when you just started teeing and suddenly the end of your T-dick was incredibly sensitive, it's just like that. It's not pleasant at the moment, it's not pleasant at all. It's just like electric shocks. And I've actually noticed over the last couple of days that I'm getting the feeling kind of in my groin as well, the same kind of strange electric feeling when I'm kind of touching certain areas in my penis. If I get my penis in my hand and kind of roll it like a sausage, kind of go like that with my fingers, it produces all sorts of strange electric sensations in my T-dick and in the side of my groin, and that makes sense as to how they hook up the nerve. They do one nerve from the back of the clitoris up through the phallus, and they do the other one. There's this muscle in the abdomen they attach another nerve to, and that goes up the penis as well. So that makes sense. I'm kind of feeling it along those lines, and I guess gradually over time it'll then, in my brain, just kind of like rejig itself in how it feels. But at the moment it's very odd, but it's so amazing. It's so reassuring to know that feeling's coming back. I won't discuss stage 2 too much in here. I'll discuss that at a later date, but I have talked about my questioning around whether to bury my T-dick or not, based on how much feeling is coming back, and I think I'm leaning towards wanting it buried more for just cleanliness and organisation down there at the moment, and it's quite reassuring to know that feeling's coming back, because that was my concern in burying it. I'll link to the burial video as well. So I don't really know what else I can say really, other than it's absolutely wonderful to have this thing and be naked and just see a body that matches in every way possible, and to kind of walk and feel the bulge there. And it's nothing like a packer. People have said, you know, packers might prepare you for it, and they don't. This is different. Silicone doesn't bend and mould your body the same as your own flesh does. So, I mean, I was worried that with a phallus it might be bigger than the peacock. In fact, mine is. But it doesn't look as big a bulge because it's more natural, and I love the way it looks, and it's soft, you know, it's not like the peacock was. So yeah, in terms of feeling it and yeah, getting in and out of the bath, seeing him float in the bath, it's all absolutely wonderful. So yeah, I'm really pleased with where I am. I can't think of anything else to say on the topic, but if there is anything I've forgotten, please do get in touch and I'll answer it in the next video. And please do stay tuned, because I'm linking a second vlog specifically about the arm and the arm healing. I thought I'd keep them separate so it'd be easier for people who want to kind of know one thing about one or one thing about the other, you know, blah 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 blah. So yes, rambling blog about 4 months post-op, but I'm really happy. I'm sorry about these bloody noisy little buggers. That's it, you see, they came out at Christmas, they got their 5 minutes of fame, and now that's it, look, you know, attention seeking. That's what you get. Right, thanks for watching everybody. Stay tuned for part 2.